YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and all those other good joints. It's Kev from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make some sense out of nonsense. Howdy, partners. So, if you're joining the show from somewhere, please let me know. Hit that like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other social media platforms. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, now let me see something here, guys. Looks like my screen is a little off because I was playing with my camera earlier. I want y'all to see everything. I want y'all to see everything. There you go. Yeah, I don't want y'all to miss what them Democrats are talking about. Move that over a little bit. I'm making some halftime adjustments as we go. There we go. That looks good right there. Yeah, we're going to roll with that. We're going to roll with that. No, I'm not satisfied. All right, there. There we go. Now I'm satisfied. I think. I may change it. Yeah, might just scrap it, throw it out the window. But anyway, hit the like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other platforms. If you can hear me and can see me, then it's time to get busy. So let the music play. And that's just the way. I want the granny. What? Beating my chest like a real gorilla. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. There's some kings in the building. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Yeah, man. Some gorillas in here. Now, there's also a corner store in here. So if you get a chance, you can check out Kevin's Corner Store and buy you some merchandise. Okay? Might even get you a cowboy hat like this. A man hat. No, I ain't going to even sell it. You know what? Let me stop lying. That's false advertisement. There's no cowboy hats in there. I wish there were. But yeah, you can still go in there and pretend, maybe. But you can also go in there and get all kind of stuff like stuff with Gizmo on it and all the silverback logos and all that stuff. So enjoy yourself. You can enjoy yourself in there. And then don't forget, text this number 330-974-4607. And if you text MAGA to that number, then I will stay in touch with you just in case they try to unexist me off the internets. They'll do it. And then finally, I do have a monthly fundraiser link that I put underneath all of my live streams. And so if you're just dying to support the channel financially, you're able to do that by just clicking on that link. Thank you very much. People said, you know what, I look nice tonight. Thank you very much. Yeah, my eyes are horrible, so I got to protect them. But do I look like I should have a smoking jacket with patches on my elbow? Yeah, so a nice pipe. Well, that's right, I say. After I graduated from Harvard University, I decided to go back to school and get a worthless degree. That's what I did, in human studies. Do I look like that? Now, with that being said, let's get busy because we got some stuff to talk about tonight. Starting off with, where do we want the country to go? What do we, because that's a good question. When folks go out to vote, you got to ask yourself, well, what are you voting for? I want to know, what are you trying to accomplish? What do you want to see happen? I mean, where do you see the future? See, most people, a lot of people, I should say, they don't think like that. I used to not think like that when I was younger. I didn't really understand the power you give someone when you appoint them to make decisions on behalf of your life. Because if they get their own selfish motives mixed up with their duty to look out for you, then you could find yourself in a little bit of a pickle. Yeah, their decisions can affect your whole entire life. As these people in Chicago have found out. Those people up there in the Big Crapple has found out, hopefully. Many of them still think that, your vote don't count, it makes no difference and all of that stuff. Many of them still thinking that. But they don't realize the impact that putting the wrong people in power can have on your life. So when you vote, you got to start asking yourself, well, what kind of America do I want to see in the future? What does America look like right now? And who better else to help us make that decision than crooked Hillary Clinton, y'all? But before we check in with crooked Hillary Clinton, who's asking that profound question, we need to start off with creepy, sleepy, sleazy, slimy, sloppy's caretaker, which is also known as Joe Biden's wife, or should I say Joe's husband. So what kind of country do we want, y'all? I know what kind
How
I
is the
want.
campaign going before?
Oh my gosh, it's going great. I have been.
Stop lying. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to cut her off like that. That I'm just reacting as if I was doing the interview and I was asking the questions. I thought, how was the campaign going? Oh my gosh, it's gonna stop lying. That's what I would have did. I'm just saying. Because I know she's lying right off rip soon as she said that. I mean, what is she gonna do? Say it sucks. Joe Biden doesn't know where he's at half the time. I gotta walk around and follow him everywhere, and he crapped his pants the other day, and it smells so bad I threw up a little in my mouth. I don't even want to touch him. Then at nighttime, he wants to crawl up behind me and start kissing on me, and I'm like, ugh, my mother warned me about this guy. He disgusts me. Feel like worms. Worms crawling all over me. And honestly, I don't think he's gonna even make it to the election. Do you think she would say that? No. So here she comes out talking about some, oh my gosh, this is going great.
Traveling every day that I'm not in the classroom. People.
What classroom? Who are these students? What is she talking about? I need to find out where Jill is teaching when I'm not in the classroom. I don't know. Maybe she got a class of evil somewhere in the basement. We're here to teach you all how to abuse your elders right here. So when you are money hungry and a gold digger and you need your husband to stay in power, because if he gets out of power, there's a good chance that he's going to get prosecuted and we'll all get revealed and might even end up in prison. So now he has to run at 81 years old. But when you're pimping him out, this is what you want to do. See, so this channel is never short of buckles. Yeah, so that might be what she's teaching. I'm not sure. But I don't know if any students, nobody ever came out and say, yeah, you know what I learned in Jill Biden's class today?
People are excited, and I really feel like, people know the choice this election.
I have not met one person excited. Not one person excited about voting for Joe. They might tolerate it. I mean, I got some breaking heart news today. One of my good friends who normally is rational, used to vote conservative somehow, living in a liberal city. I think they got her, y'all. I think the virus jumped on her because she was talking crazy. I mean, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Couldn't say, I hate Trump. I'm going to vote for Joe Biden. I'm going, are you kidding me? This is bigger than Trump's personality. You got to look at what these people are planning to do to the country and your future. So if you get caught up on focusing on Trump's personality, you'll find that, you know what, wait a minute, all my freedoms are gone and I don't have control over my own kids. And I couldn't even believe some of the stupid stuff that was coming out of her mouth. I almost didn't recognize it. Almost was like, how about you don't vote? I mean, it's to the point where I have to coach people out of voting that doesn't have an intelligent approach towards voting. I'd be like, make me, if I was you, I'd just sit out. I mean, that's what I'm just saying, man. Hey, they're going to do what they want to do anyway. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? So you go ahead and sit it out. If I hear somebody pumping up Joe, and even the people who said they would vote for Joe Biden, they ain't doing it with glee. They're not sitting back like, I'm proud of Joe. I can't wait to go there. I'm excited. They're not doing that. They're like, man, I hate Trump. That's it. But here she is. They're excited.
They can choose chaos or they can choose, steady wisdom experience. So
what? We've been living in chaos for the last 3.5 years versus the created chaos y'all made under Trump. The perception of chaos that y'all created under Trump. There it is. They created this fictional view in the heads of so many people. Man, it was crazy under Trump. Man, it was crazy. Like what? Man. Man, let me see. That was a good question. Honestly, I'll think of something. Because that was downloaded into their heads, thus infecting them with Trump derangement syndrome that still lingers in a lot of people's brains right now. That for some reason, even though they have proof that under creepy sleepy life sucks, they will still say, well, it's better off that I go and vote for creepy than I go vote for Trump, even though I hate creepy too. That's why you see your Stephen A. Smiths on there. Uh-huh. You see your Charlemagne's insane in the membrane get up there and complain all the time about Trump. I'm sorry, about Biden. But then at the end of the day, well, I mean, hey, it's better than Trump. And I go, wow, they got you. They got you real good. So here she is talking about chaos versus what? Wisdom and all this stuff. Have you heard any words of wisdom come out of Joe? I mean, all I've heard was regurgitation of the teleprompter. So whatever words that we're hearing is not Joe's words anyway.
It's not a part of you that's a little worried because it seemed to be off kilter a little bit.
I feel that Joe.
Stop lying. Oh, I'm sorry. That's like an impulse. I'm saying my lie detector kicks in every time I hear it, man. I'm sitting there trying to control it. Like, all right, so it's just a little bit of you concerned about that. No, stop lying. It's like Tourette's. I'm sorry. Continue what you were saying, you liar. Yeah. See, I wouldn't be able to do one of those interviews, even if they was paying me. All right, Kev. Now, you know she's going to get out there and lie. Don't burst out and say, stop lying. I'll try. But I won't be able to do it. So let's hear some more of these.
Will be reelected.
But when these polls, like the Wall Street Journal one, land in the White House and he's losing in all the battleground states.
No, he's not losing in all the
All but
battleground
one.
states.
Stop lying. Fast on fire. You hear that? She just straight up said, no, he's not. Because she said it. I mean, I hear what you're saying. And I know that you're reading the actual poll numbers. But no, he's not losing in all the battleground states. He's losing in all of them, except for one where he's tied. There you go. And I'm predicting a comeback after we convince all of the American people that the Bidenomics have been working.
He's coming up, and he's even or doing better. So you know what? Once people start to focus in and they see their two choices.
We've already done that. We've been focused in and seeing the two choices now for a while. And see, here's what they don't have the benefit of this time as they're lying. They don't have the benefit of saying, well, Trump did it this way and Biden will do it differently. Because now we've seen Biden's work. Now, granted, I predicted Biden's work would be trash. Everything I predicted came to pass. When that dude was installed, I was like, oh, God, here comes an open border. Here comes a destroyed economy. Here comes destabilization all across the globe. I mean, I see it coming. And everything I predicted happened. So, I got all the data I need, man. There's nothing they can say at the last minute that would change my mind. I don't even care if all of the powers that be turn the economy around. I mean, just temporarily. Because you know why? It would be temporary. It would be just to win an election. I don't trust them with the future. See, I know that would be a ploy just to get me focused on the right now and think that's what's going to be forever. But it would be a ploy. If he just straight up say, you know what, everything is for free now. I'm lowering inflation to 0.3. And you know what, cars are gonna be, I'll be going, I'll take it like it is right now to make sure we get you out of here. I don't care what you lower. I don't care what you change. He can seal that border up tight right now. And I'll still be like, You know why? Because soon as they get back in power, they'll break it. Now tear it down, open it back up. I don't trust them.
It's obvious that Joe will win this election.
How can you say that? How is it obvious? So is that why you guys, impeached Trump twice, 4 indictments, trying to rush all of these prosecutions through before November? Because you're confident that Joe will win. Trying to get Trump off the ballot? Is that why you're doing that? Trying to make sure nobody needs a ID to vote? You know, everything these guys do revolve around trying to rig elections. They don't care about between elections. They don't care how to govern. That's why they always got to scramble at the last minute, because they only operate from election to election. There it is. They don't do nothing in between except destroy stuff. Then right around election time, now they're playing catch up. Now they're trying to clean up the house before the parents come home. Hurry up. Just stuff it under the rugs. Put it in the closet. All of that mess. That's why only every 4 years they show up in the black churches. That's right. I said, I don't see nothing wrong. Wait. I see the swing low, sweet chariot. I love black people. Did I tell you that? Now let's get some fried chicken. Stuff like that. That's why they have to do this every 4 years, because they have a garbage track record in between. And then right at the end, they're trying to change the perception. So now 3 years of tearing up stuff, and now they're going to try to hit a last minute buzzer beater. It ain't working. So what do, y'all? Send out crooked Hillary Clinton. Now, why won't she just go somewhere and sit down? That's what I want to know. I mean, you took it to the chin. Go somewhere and sit down, man. She can't let it go. Now, while Bill he did his time, he done laid low. He's like, let me stay out the limelight hill because I don't want nobody probing around the Lolita Express. I don't want nobody digging up my past. I don't want nobody snooping around. See, she brings so much attention to her and her evilness. That's the type of stuff that will make you pop up on a righteous president's radar, because you're like, why won't you just go away? Why is it so important to you that I lose? And yet you think I forgot that you're the one that came up with that fake behind Russia collusion narrative? Maybe if you just go somewhere and sit down, I might just forget about you, but you want to be in the mix. See, your ego won't let you go out into that forest where you went when you first lost and put that moo-moo on that you was rocking and question your whole life. Your ego won't let you just do that. So what she want to do is stay relevant. Now, I'm going to be honest. If I was Trump and every time I turn on the TV, I see crooked pop up, lying on me, bringing up all these narratives and never being questioned about it. And I'm sitting there going, man, that is right. This was the chick who was responsible for Benghazi. This was the chick who stole the money from Haiti. This was the chick who had sold uranium to Russia. This was the chick who came up with this fake phony dossier. And this is the chick who got a whole bunch of mysterious bodies laying around all over the place. Yeah, maybe when I get back in, I need to look into her situation. I cut her some slack the first time, trying to bring the country together. But see, I realize you guys can appreciate that. Instead, what do? You go for my juggler. And they know it. They're like, man, we got to stop this dude. So I hope Trump gets back in and say, you know what, maybe we need to go ahead and look at the crooked too. Because she won't go sit down.
One is old and effective and compassionate, has a heart, and really cares about people.
Who are you talking about? That sounds like Trump. But he's not older than creepy. But that's what she's trying to sell us on? Joe Biden? So wait. What are those characteristics she just said? Hold on, I can't let that go. Hold on.
We're doing better. So you know what? Once people start to focus in and they see their two choices,
Denial.
It's obvious that Joe will win this election.
Denial.
One is old and effective and compassionate.
Wow. Now that is some gaslighting for you, y'all. Old, effective, and doing what? That man's not even effective in walking from one place to another. He's not even effective in getting off the stage. He's not effective in conducting an interview or even giving a speech. Everything the man touched turns to crap. So he's effective. And what else?
Passionate, has a heart.
Compassionate. Yeah. That guy, the one who checks his watch after all those people got killed. The one who opened up our border and is not saying anything to the people who are the recipients of criminal violence coming out of South America. He ain't saying nothing. He ain't compassionate. He don't want to talk to them people. Gotta get forced into saying Lakin Riley's name, but he's compassionate.
Heart, and really cares about people. And one is old and has been charged with 91 felonies.
Fake ones? 91. Now, see, this is what burns me up. This is why I want to see something happen to her. Because the most evil politician, and I'm going to rank her up there. Right now, she's ranking number one as evil. She's the number one evil politician. I mean, there's some heavy hitters right behind her, though. Nasty Pelosi is a tight second. Adam Schiff is in the race. He's up there. But she just leaks out evil. She oozes it out. When I look at her, I see a full-blown witch. Yeah, not one of those cute ones like Bewitch either. Tinka. I'm talking one with warts on the nose, greenish complexion, sitting over a big pot that's boiling, all kind of stuff in a cave somewhere. That's how evil she is. So the lady who faked a Russia collusion narrative and drove our country through almost 2.5 years of hell and investigations is still coming on TV lying. That's why I want to see something happen to her. She's just, floating by. Nobody even asked her the question about that dossier. That burns me up. But what do? All of their bought and paid for networks, platforms, they bring her on these platforms and they just jump right into Trump. Tell us more about Trump's evilness and why he shouldn't be president. Versus, let's start with all of the corruption dangling off of you. Yeah, did you pay for that dossier? Why did you do it? Were you sending people into Trump's campaign, having them act up, and then when they got thrown out, you were blaming Trump and all of his supporters of being racist? Was that you? Was that you, Crooked? Huh? Why does everybody seem to perish that's in your sphere? I mean, are you just that unlucky? I mean, you contagious? Are you carrying a virus we don't know about called evilness? I got some questions for Crooked. But here's Crooked up here trying to sell us on Crooked Biden.
Yeah, okay.
And the sad part, she should have like 7,000 indictments. She should have all kind of, violations and prosecutions going on. Same lady who sat up there talking about what difference does it make anyway. Same lady who bootlegged big for nothing James Comey, listed all of the things she did wrong, and at the end of that, cleared her nasty corrupt butt. And here she is talking about indictments. Indictments that she probably sat in meetings coordinating. That's the sad part about it. You think she's out of the game? You think she don't be meeting with all of them? I mean, they all get together with their evilness. All right, before we start, let's go through our evil chants. Yes, as Democrats, we are corrupt and evil. We love corruption and evilness. We call upon Lucifer right now to tell us how to destroy Trump. So they get together, and I'm sure they'll be like, why don't we try this? Why don't we do this? How about I got a connection here? Let's get this nasty, stinking prosecutor down there in Atlanta. Maybe she can go ahead and bring up some fake bootleg indictments. Oh, you know what? Hey, Jack Smith's pretty corrupt. Let's reach out to Jack. Who else wants power and is pretty greedy? Yeah, Letitia James. We saw her all over the internet talking about how she would get Trump. She's a good one. Reach out to her. Reach out to Alvin Bragg. Get those guys. And yeah, here she is trying to, use this as validation. Trump had all these 81 indictments and stuff. By who? His enemies? People like you? See, if it was up to her, Trump would be locked up for treason as a Russian agent. But her plot was, revealed. She tried to get the man locked up for treason. Straight up, just straight lied. That's how corrupt and evil she is. And she's sitting up here chuckling with Jimmy.
I don't understand why this is even a hard choice, really. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we trust you. Yeah. See, she's just mad because look at her face. That's the face of corruption and evil. She's just bitter because she took it to the chin. She couldn't win and she took it to the chin. So now I don't even know why it's a hard choice. It's a hard choice. Yeah, she speaks for all of us, right?
We have to go through the election and hopefully people will realize what's at stake because it's an existential.
Oh, God, there we go with the existential, baby. She's concerned about us, y'all. Not herself. Not her globalist friends. No, she's not concerned about her power and her globalist friends and all that stuff. She's concerned about us. But the real existential threat is to Her and all of her friends and all of the power and the infrastructure that they done set up to protect it. That's the real threat. She's not talking about us when she say existential. She's talking about her and the rest of those corrupt politicians.
Question. What kind of country we're going to have, what kind of democracy we're going to have. And people who blow that off are not paying attention.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Because I sure enough pay attention to it. I'm upset with my friend. I'm like, are you not paying attention to that? Are you kidding me? Do you realize what's at stake? And you're up here flirting around voting for Joe? Why don't you sleep in on voting day? There you go. Yeah, might have to slip her a couple Quaaludes or something. Yeah, make sure she oversleeps. I'm like, I can't believe you. So here she is talking about we need to look at what we want in the future as Americans. Well, let's see.
Because it's not like Trump, his enablers, his empowerers, his allies are not telling us what they want to do.
Well, yeah, they are. I read it and I love it. I love what they want to do. Even though somehow they're interpreting what Trump is saying he wants to do as he says he wants to be a dictator. He says he wants to, I think he said something about murder and all Latino people. Then there's bloodbaths involved. There's bloodbaths. Let me see what else he said he was going to do. I think he's going to go ahead and grow a little teeny mustache. He's going to reincarnate Hitler. That's what he's going to do. All of that. So they've been saying Trump is going to do all these things. But it's funny because when I hear what he's saying, I say, darn right. Deport all these people. Bring back jobs to America. Shut down that border. Get us out of every other country's business. Dry up that mess going on over there in Ukraine. Yeah. Restore some order. Hold China accountable. Make sure crime isn't running rampant. Protect our civil liberties. Stuff like that. Get rid of these, three-letter agencies that's been spying on us and abusing their power. Yeah, all of that stuff. All of the stuff I've been hearing, I'm going, yeah, that benefits us, but it hurts you guys. So every time I hear them say, well, they're saying what they're going to do, they're fearing for their own self. It's not us, but they're lying to the people and telling the people, well, that Trump and them, hey, look, they straight up came out and said they're going to take over. Did you know Trump say he's going to be a forever president? He's going to get rid of elections. Just lying. So now, here she says, we need to be more educated and know what we want in the future. Well, let's see, because this is what we don't
they're pretty clear about what kind of country they want.
Yeah, they're pretty clear what kind of country they want. She's talking about all the Trump supporters and Trump and all of that other stuff. Yeah, we are pretty clear about what kind of country we want.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump leads Biden in 6 of the 7 swing states in a head-to-head matchup, and that's according to a fresh new poll coming from the Wall Street Journal.
Does Joe Biden's husband know that? Yeah. Does the bootleg fake teacher know that? Who just got up to talk about, no, that's not true. Does she know that? Does Crooked know that? Because, see, according to Crooked, I don't even know why I've even got to have an election. It's obvious that Joe and all of his wisdom and productivity and all that stuff, it's a shoo-in. It's shoo-in. But see, what people need to do is they really need to ask themselves, what do they want in the future? What kind of future do they want? What kind of democracy do they want? So now it sounds like the people are speaking. They're making their choice. But Hillary's trying to make us think it's clear.
Biden's campaign rallying cry of, at least I'm not the other guy, apparently not working.
Because that's their message. They got only a couple. All right, racism, abortion, LGBT rights, QTYD is never -3, all those rights. And let me see what else. Oh, and Trump is evil. More eviler than us. So please vote for us because Trump is evil. Whew. Yeah, did that work? No, that's not working because Hillary tried that too. And she lost. Okay. All right. Can we cheat again? It's going to be hard because they're hip to us now. Wow. We're in trouble, aren't we? Well, how's the Jack Smith thing going? No? Okay. What about Fannie? Is she? Oh, God. Wow. This is scary. So now, listen to this. Even a liberal, which she's making progress. When I hear her, I'll be sitting out there going, you know what? She seems like she's trying to pull out of the nonsense, but she keeps getting sucked back into. But listen to what she says about Crooked.
not so persuasive. So here's the data. According to the poll and according to the Journal survey, Trump leads one-on-one in Arizona, 47 to 42%, Georgia, 44 to 43%, Michigan, 48 to 45%, North Carolina, 49 to 43%, Nevada, 48 to 44%, and Pennsylvania, 47 to 44%.
What? I'm hearing that Rocky music. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing them bells. Ding, ding. The fight is on. And Joe can't even lift his arm to throw a punch. Let's continue.
He and Biden draw even, though, when it comes to Wisconsin, both coming in at 46%.
How'd that happen?
Now, clearly, voters are not so happy with Joe Biden, but establishment Democrats are absolutely convinced that they can, shame voters, chide them, if you will.
Yeah, and they done tried that. They've been doing that for the last 8 years. But according to Joe Biden's husband, everybody's excited to rush out and vote for Creepy Sleepy. Don't y'all see the thousands of people lining up to get into his speeches and rallies? Don't y'all see that? There you go. They're excited to hear him get up there. Not a joke. I grew up in a black church, and you know what? True international depression, isolating, punish time. What? Which way do I go? Wait, is that a baby? They're excited to see all of that stuff. Yeah. So now the Democrats are doing what they always do, which is scare everybody away from Trump by calling him a whole bunch of names and saying he's doing all of this stuff. But that's not working. And then saying, if you vote for him, then you must be a white nationalist. If you vote for him, how can you be a Christian? If you vote for him, then you ain't black. All of that stuff. Trying to shame us. But that's not working.
Into voting for Biden. And in a recent appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Hillary Clinton basically did just that. It's like she has this obligatory role in every election cycle to wag her finger at Democratic voters or independent voters and demand that they vote for her preferred candidate.
Now, isn't that odd? And I'm glad Anna is able to recognize that. She thinks she got that much pull. She's like, yo, y'all need some help? I mean, y'all want me to go out on the campaign trail? You want me to be a spokeswoman? People listen to me. They like me. They like what they don't? What do you mean they don't like me? I'm lovable. Hey, I'm Hillary Clinton. Well, crooked, but you could call me Hillary. So here this chick, for some reason, feels like she's the voice of reason, the mouthpiece. And even this liberal right here is going, what is she doing? So she gets out there with a pompous attitude, as if this is crystal clear. Joe, it's obvious who everybody needs to vote for. And you know what? If you don't do that, you're not educated. See, obviously, you don't think it through. You're not seeing how existential this threat is. So I want all of y'all, based on my smug attitude and me coming out and trying to pretend like I don't even see why we need an election. It's obvious who should win, unless you're an idiot, of course, or deplorable. They're racist, they're white nationalists, they're xenophobes, homophobes. You're not one of those people, are you? Then go out and vote for Creepy Sleepy. So now let's see what kind of country we don't want.
They're pretty clear about what kind of country they want.
Yeah. This is what we don't want. And we are clear about this because this is what the Democrats are providing. Let's see.
We have a brand.
Oh.
New York has a brand.
And so does the Democrats, and their brand sucks. So let's see this brand right here. This is the utopian society we get if we vote for Democrats, y'all. This is the future. This is the future. No, my brother, you got to keep your own. I don't want this future.
Videos are going viral where women are recounting men randomly punching them unprovoked. In just 2 weeks, the NYPD has confirmed at least 5 separate incidents. These are just reported incidents. Victims say they are suffering from concussions, bruises, and bumps.
What?
And equally traumatizing, their sense of safety has been shredded.
This is what you'll get when you vote for Democrats, baby. That's the future he'll talk about then. Yeah, don't y'all want some of that? Ladies, getting socked in the face for no reason. What is going on up there in these SO-ran countries? Are you kidding me? You know how crazy you have to be as a human to just say, you know what? I'm going to go over there and punch this lady in the face. Ladies! But see, you won't hear Black Gay Drop come out to the mic and address these issues that goes on in these Democrat cities. Yeah, see, because it reflects Democrat rule. It reflects how horrible they govern. So they just go ahead and act like women aren't being punched in the face up there in New York. But let it be black people getting punched in the face by white cops or white people. Let it be transgenders getting punched in the face. Anybody, they would be going out, oh my God, this is an epidemic. This is a rise of white nationalism. Look at this, the extreme right. But when all of this crap takes place in their cities and they can't politicize it, can't divide the country, and in fact, it's a reflection of their rule, now all of a sudden, what you talking about? People getting punched in the face. So let's find out about this rock'em sock'em issue that's going on up there in New York.
Walking on the street and hit by a stranger, victim Dulce Pichardo is speaking out.
Did you see that? That young whippersnapper? That dude right there, skinny man, just punched that lady in the face.
Walking on the street and hit by a stranger.
Now look at that. Look at that. Now I'm not even going to lie. If I saw that and I was there, well, in New York, I probably would get arrested for choking out the skinny man. See, that's how they roll in New York. Yeah, he socks the lady in the face. And what I would do is jump off the top of a vehicle with a double axe handle, like big time wrestling, right on the back of his head, and then go ahead and choke him to sleep. Real good. Real good. Might even do it from the front because he's built skinny. Yeah. I might choke him like this. See, you ain't even got to go from behind with the rear naked with that dude. A man who punches a lady for no reason in the face. Real tough guy. He deserves to get choked out by a real man looking into his eyes while all he can do is hang on to the hands and shake. Stop struggling. Stop struggling. I'm not going to kill you, but I am going to hurt you deep. That man just punched a lady in her face. There you go. That's what's going on up there. That's the future. And broke her jaw.
Victim Dulce Pichardo is speaking out.
As soon as I passed, he hit me very strong.
Did he say anything?
He don't say anything.
Pichardo says it was around 5 p.m. on Tuesday in Brooklyn on Grand Avenue.
Now, could it be because New York is letting all of their mentally ill people just run around that should be locked up? All of their multiple offenders out on bail to just continue doing stuff like that. Could it be that? So now you got a lot of crazies and drug addicts and stuff just walking around. And you know, when you get hold to those drugs, all of a sudden you might get some heroin that just says, hey, you know what, it would be a good idea? What? Why don't you go over and punch that lady in the face? You think so? Absolutely. I'm heroin. I always make good decisions for us. Let's do it. See? So now, all of this crap is going on up there. And then, if you get arrested, you're probably back out on the street to punch another lady in the face about 5 minutes later. See, but Hillary Clinton is like, they already done told you what the future is. I like it. I like what Trump's idea of our future looks like compared to this crap.
Between Dean Street and Atlantic Avenue. She was on her way home from work when it happened.
I was bleeding a lot. It hurts. I know something broken because I feel it.
She says she was left with a broken jaw. Wow. She lost some teeth and has suffered permanent nerve damage.
Now, do you know if this was my mother, my wife, my daughter, my cousin, even my friend, I would be doing all kind of investigative work. I'd be like, all right, obviously the police, even if they catch him, he'll probably be back on the streets. So let's see. Can I tap into the cameras? And I would be doing everything I can to track that man down. I mean, you done knock somebody's teeth. You know how precious teeth are. You only got so many of them once you get grown. No more baby teeth to be playing around with. So now you got to go and get your whole jaw wired because some crazy dude punched you in the face for no reason.
Folks vote, they order what they want, and in this case, they got what they asked for.
They sure did. We did it, yo. We did it. We done brought straight up Terror Dome to New York. Welcome to the Terror Dome. Welcome to the jungle.
They're pretty clear about what kind of country they want.
Oh, yeah, we
But
are.
there is not a crime crisis in Washington, D.C.
There's not?
I'm continuing our city under siege coverage. Businesses now leaving the district. Crime appearing to be the major factor.
Jim and Sharon, in the past 24 hours, we have told you about a restaurant and a bakery that are closing up shops because of the increase in cost and crime. Now, one of DC's oldest hotels says it's closing next month, but would not say why exactly.
Because they'll get in trouble if they go ahead and say, yeah, it's because of crime. What? You know what? You're just a white nationalist. You're shutting it down because you don't like black people and you're making the Democrat Party looks bad. So you shut your mouth. We'll make sure we put you out of it. Where's LaQuisha? Where's LaQuisha? Sue these people. Take their money. How dare they leave our S-hole ran cities and blame it on us? How dare they? So y'all better come up with some other excuse. We're shutting down because renovations and mold. We got mold. I think we did an inspection. There's an Indian burial ground underneath the hotel, so we have to shut it down. And in reality, it's like we done messed around and ended up in a Democrat S-hole ran city. But we can't say that. But yet we just heard that guy say there is no rise in crime in Washington, D.C.
Many, though, believe it's because the city is changing for the worse.
The challenge that we have as an administration is we got to let people know who brung it to them.
We know who brought it to us. Yeah, y'all brought those fists to all those ladies' jaws. Y'all brought all of these squatters into our country, which I'm going to be talking about. Okay, not tonight. But yeah, y'all brought that to us. Y'all brought all of this chaos. And here she is. People order what they want, and they get what they... Yeah. Now the New Yorkers got what they wanted.
I mean, they're pretty clear about what kind of country they want.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon Johnson,
Here's another one.
mayor of Chicago. Defund the police advocate.
Oh, I got a gut feeling that ain't going to work out too well. So defund the police advocate. Brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. What could go wrong there? Because this is the future. This is the future that the Democrats want for us. See, so Hillary, we're trying to do a compare and contrast. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking at how life is under Joe right now. And you want me to sit back and say, you know what? All of the stuff Trump is talking about and says he's going to do to reverse this chaos, it's not worth it. I'm not going to vote for the white nationalist dictator who's going to set himself up as king and bring order and decency back into our country, safety, jobs, all that stuff. I'm not going to vote for him. I'm going to vote for people like Conehead right here. Let's see what he's up to.
President Barack Obama took it one step further as well.
What?
And basically said that the effort of the defund police movement lost an audience.
Why?
Because of that that slogan, I guess is what he's called.
Well, yeah. I mean, here you are talking about, all right, guys, we want justice. We want equal rights. We want this and that. And we want to defund the police. And the people are like, yeah, whoa. Wait a minute. Defund the police? Don't you think that one little too, maybe you got happy in your speech. You just got caught up in everything. You slipped that. No, I'm serious. We want to defund the police. Okay. I was with you for a minute when you were talking about reparations and all stuff, but wait a minute. Where at? In your cities, in your areas. Well, wait a minute. Not in the white people's area. They get to go and still respond to. I like the police when I need to call them because there's a lot of violence and crime in our neighborhood. Well, you know what? No, because see, the police they're your enemies. They're the white nationalists and stuff. They come. Well, actually, Rallo, and then there was a Cockroach, and all them. They got shot not by the police. They was getting killed by other gang members and black folks and stuff. So we was thinking maybe we shouldn't defund the police. Hey, trust me. George Soros said it'll work. Trust me. And now, what's happening in Shitetown?
Calling it, which I don't look at it as a slogan. It's an actual real political goal.
I got a bad feeling about
Oh,
this.
yes.
A Chicago alderwoman has simply had enough of the car thefts plaguing Chicago.
And they are certainly more than enough to talk about. Tia Ewing has the shocking number of crimes recorded in just 1 week's time. Tia.
Well, Dawn and Terrence, it was so shocking when I saw the actual number that I had to call over the executive producer to look at it to make sure I wasn't seeing things. Car theft was the highest it's ever been in the city of Chicago last year, but this year, the thieves aren't slowing down. In 7 days, 457 cars have been stolen.
What? Now look at that. And Conehead wants to defund the police, y'all. They done got rid of Beetlejuice and brought in somebody who's worse. So did y'all see that? And I wonder what the cops are doing. Sitting under a bridge. That's what they're doing. Yeah, we're just down here watching the cars go by. Wow, that's a nice one. Whoa, whoa, they got themselves on. Oh, is that a Ram? Oh, whoa, man. These thieves are getting good at this. All right, let's bet on what kind of car they steal next. I'm going with a Mustang. What do you think? No, we're not going to go chase them. For what? They're just going to let them out and make excuses for them. And besides, Mayor Conehead tried to defund us. There you go. Not to mention, Mayor Conehead is making excuses for all of these young black scholars who's been rioting and breaking windows and stuff, and he's trying to say this because they're hungry. Yeah, there you go. That's why they broke into that museum and looted. They were trying to eat those paintings. There you go. That's what he's doing. So guess what we're doing? Yeah, we're tied up over here. We got a 1411. What's that? The fort. Wait, is there a 14? There's no 14. Yeah, that's a new one. That's a new one. We got it. Well, we don't have it here at the office. Well, trust me, we're here to 1411. Okay. Under fire. Over now. Now, where were we at? What kind of car you think is coming next? That's what's happening. They are having a free fall up there in the Democrat-ran SO City.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know.
I mean, they're pretty clear about what kind of country they want.
You feel better walking past someone in a uniform to make sure that someone doesn't bring a knife or a gun on the subway?
Or bring some big bunny rabbit teeth? Gnaw your hand off? You see her can't close her mouth? You feel better? You feel better? I'd feel better if you give me a carrot. So now you see big bunny rabbit teeth. You see Bucky out here trying to give those New Yorkers some comfort. Nah, it ain't that bad. I'm about to do stuff after I done let it fall into a hellhole. So now this is what I'm going to do for y'all to make y'all feel more secure.
And that's exactly why I did it. I want to change the psychology around crime in New York City because we are the safest big city in America.
See, so she's talking about psychology. See, she ain't talking about actual stuff. She's talking about perception. See, because psychology is really perception. It's how you think and how you perceive things and stuff like that. So what she wants to do is just change the perception. See, therefore, if I tell everybody that New York is the most safe big city, that's not saying much. But nonetheless, here you are. New York's the most safest big city in America. And I'm trying to change the perception because right now, the perception is that the people are saying, I'm getting punched in my jaw for no reason. That's what the perception is. So we better go ahead and see how this psychological perception is working out.
Right. I want people on the subways. It is safe, but I'm going to make sure people feel safe.
Yeah. See, feel safe, not be safe. Not be safe. So she's like, it is safe, but I'm going to make sure people feel safe. Well, wait, if it's safe, then what do you need to make people feel safe for? Yeah, that's like them saying the border is closed, but we're still working on closing the border. That means it's not closed. But here she goes. With those Buckies.
And the tactics that we have used allowed us not to be heavy-handed, but to be successful. But people can say what they want.
Yeah.
No, give me some heavy hands. See, I don't want no light taps. I don't want no because the crime is out of control. I want some of these. I want some blows where you falling because you're swinging so hard. Talking about that heavy-handed. It's time to bring out the heavy hands. Don't give me no little teeny girl hand on these cops. Down. Lay the light hand on them. I want the heavy hand. Hey, man, come here. Did you just jump over that? Were you about to push this person over into the thing? Get jump. That's what you need, man. Here you talking about that, well, not being heavy-handed.
We're the safest big city in America.
Because we said it. Because we said it, y'all.
Crime is down in this city, and we're going to continue to drive it down even more.
Hush up, boy.
Hush up, boy. That's right. That's why you out there saying that. Because when you try to go ahead and say anything differently, you know what happened. Peanut. New York has a brand. Wait a minute. Run for your lives. It's obvious that we can't do anything about these illegal immigrants. We're in trouble. I think it's time to go ahead and flee for our life. What? Hold on. I'm getting a phone call right here. Hush up, boy. Because the feds are coming. Okay. All right. You know what? This is a good thing that we have illegal immigrants here, and we're going to continue to. Yeah, he got the hush up, boy message.
It was a deadly day for New York City Transit. A 24-year-old man from the Bronx is being charged with murder for allegedly pushing someone onto the tracks in East Harlem into the path of an oncoming train during the evening rush hour. McPherson was taken into custody and subsequently charged with murder. He has 4 prior arrests. 2 for burglary, 1 for
2 for burglary, 1 for assault,
and another for fare beating.
And another for fare beating. And he's still out doing what? Pushing people to their death. But New York has a brand. Yeah. And Hillary Clinton's talking about, hey, you know what? I mean, people got to decide. I mean, because they're telling you what they want to do. Oh, you mean they want to stop people from getting pushed over into the railroad tracks, the third rail, and getting ran over by trains? You mean tell me they want to, clear up all of this chaos that's going on in cities? Honestly, I'm almost, have a tendency to say, let their cities implode, even if Trump gets back in. All right, we're going to help those who want to be helped. That's what we're going to do. If you guys want your cities to run like S-holes, I'm going to give a warning to everyone that's living there. Come out from amongst them like Noah, because we're not going to help people who don't want to help themselves. If you guys are going to continue voting for these idiots, then you're going to get this type of stuff. Now, we love to help you, but you got to help yourself. Vote them out, or either those that got sits flee. Leave all the crazies to themselves. Let them divide up all the crumbs amongst themselves. All of that. I'm almost leaning towards that, but I love our country too much to just say, let's abandon them. But it's almost to that point right now because the leaders in those states or cities have already abandoned the people. But they letting folks out after four arrests.
I mean, they're pretty clear about what kind of country they want.
Yeah. It's definitely sad, but it's never safe. They smoke on the train. There's constantly people on the train fighting.
Earlier in the day, the NYPD reported 3 consecutive stabbings at subway stations.
3 consecutive stabbings at subway stations.
What is going on down there? I mean, good grief. The subway is that bad in New York. How even you got cameras in there? How is this even possible, y'all? This is fascinating. Well, it could be because they keep letting all of these people out and they're crazy. And then they go right back down into the dungeon and start attacking people because that heroin or whatever they're on says, you know what I think will be a good idea? Now, wait a minute, heroin. Last time you got me in trouble when I punched that lady in the jaw. Yeah, I know, but you know what? that was on me. That was on me. But I think this right here is going to make up for that. This is a real good plan. Are you sure you wouldn't steer me the wrong way with your heroin? No. Man, we've been together for a long time, baby. Me and you. Shoot. I mean, hey, look, every time we went to jail, who was there for you? Me. So anyway, now listen. Why don't we push this dude over on the tracks? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Come on, man. Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be all fun and games. Or what? Oh, he's dead? Oh, God. Now I'm going to prison forever. When I shouldn't have been out. When I committed all of these crimes and bootleg judges and prosecutors let me back out. So therefore, I can't blame the crazies who's doing what crazy people do. But the same folks are unleashing the crazies on the rest of society. Let's continue.
Crime is down in this city, and we're going to continue to drive it down even more.
Yesterday morning, police say a commuter was stabbed in the back at the Kosciuszko station in Brooklyn. Hours later, a woman was stabbed in the back at the Franklin Avenue station.
For no reason. That means people are crazy. When you start seeing people commit crimes for no reason. They're not trying to benefit. These aren't crimes of, you know what? I'm going to punch the lady in the jaw and take her purse. Yeah. See, because if that was the case, you would have just snatched the purse. And then if she fought back, maybe punch her in the jaw. But these are people who just say, I'm evil because I'm crazy. So I'm going to go up and punch this person up. Can you imagine for no reason? You get stabbed for nothing? At least rob me. If I'm standing there like, all right, man, when is this train Ow! Who stabbed me in the back? Me. I mean, here's my wallet. I don't need that, man. Put that away. You don't even want the wallet? Just take the wallet. I don't want to have to tell my friends I got stabbed for nothing. But that's what's happening. They down there just stabbing folks in the back. New York, man. New York.
In Bed-Stuy. And after that, a man was stabbed on the Upper West Side at 96th Street and Broadway by a stranger who allegedly stole his backpack and ran off.
I mean, they're pretty clear about what kind of country they want.
Yeah, we are pretty clear on what kind of country we want. And I like it. I like what Trump is talking about compared to this.
Following a series of violent attacks in New York City subways, Governor Kathy Hochul says she is now sending the National Guard and state police to patrol the country's largest public transit system.
Oh, so now the National Guard's being called in. But when Trump wanted to call that National Guard in Washington to make sure that insurrection didn't take place, y'all was like perception. We don't want the optics. It looks bad. It looks bad. No, what looks bad is when you got to call the National Guard in to go down into the subway to make sure people aren't being stabbed in the back and pushed onto the tracks. That looks bad. While still talking about we're the safest big city in the country.
She has. In just the past week, an MTA conductor was struck in the head with a glass bottle. A 64-year-old man was kicked onto the tracks at Penn Station, and a man needed 4 stitches after another passenger slashed him with a box cutter.
Look at that. Look at that, man. Democrat cities, man. Do you understand? If I had to take the train, I would be down there looking like I'm training for a fight. Feet on the swivel, whole time looking at. I would be looking all around. I would not, man, people got to be crazy. No way would I be down there just on my phone and stuff while I'm waiting for the train to pull up. People all behind me. My head would be spinning. I would be in fight mode. But hey, that's what's going on in New York. Start spreading the news, by the way.
Why people on the subways? It is safe.
I mean, they're pretty clear about what kind of country they want.
Yeah.
Well, a team of experts from the CDC arrived in Chicago to help.
We back to Shite Town? So wait. Y'all ready for this one? Y'all ready for this one? In the S-O-Ran city of Shite Town? Let's see what's going on up there. I bet you we're going to be called xenophobes for saying that illegal immigrants brought this to the city.
Manage a measles outbreak. City health officials linked at least 7 cases to a migrant shelter.
Linked several cases to a migrant shelter. In Joe Biden's America, could it be that all of these people from third worlds that never been vaccinated, weren't even required to get vaccinated for the so-called pandemic that y'all forced into Americans? Now they come here and up jump the measles. A comeback. Measles was retired, sitting around like, man, I remember folks used to be scared to death of us. You remember those days, man? What? You got a phone call? What? Well, we got a gig? We got a gig? Oh, come on, man. Let's break out the band. So measles is like, don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years. And look where it jumped off at amongst migrants. Or Joe Biden, undocumented citizens.
Measles infections are on the rise. There are now 60 confirmed or suspected cases in 17 states. That's more than the total number of cases for all of last year, and we're only halfway through March.
Wow.
And we're just getting started.
Chicago hadn't seen a single case of measles since 2019 before this outbreak, and the numbers are going up.
And what happened from 2019 till now? Okay, so let me see. 2020, they installed Creepy. At that moment, they opened up the border, and then folks start getting shipped up there to Shite Town. And could that be cause and effect? That's what I'm wondering.
is something that health experts have warned us about, and they say we will likely see even more cases over the coming day.
Wow.
So we've just learned that the former...
Well, guys, there you go. That is Hillary Clinton's comparison, I guess. That, yeah, you know what? Do y'all want to still live with all of this stuff? Or would you rather vote that white nationalist in? Who's going to become a dictator and take over the whole country and set himself up as king? Well, I tell you what. I think the choice is clear. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad Trump and them told us what they're going to do. Now I got a comparison. I'm able to say, well, based on what Trump did in the past and what he's talking about doing in the future versus what I'm looking at taking place right now, it's not even a competition. So our butts better get out there and vote Creepy out. So because they know that Creepy is about to take it to the chin, here comes the clowns. They're upset because the Don done paid the bond. Yeah, man. They thought they had the Don, but he paid the bond. Come on. They thought they had the Don, but he paid the bond. So let's continue because Anderson Pooper is upset about it. He's questioning some things.
Former president has posted that $175 million bond in the New York civil fraud case back here with the team. What do we know about this?
Yes, this bond just hit the docket. It's underwritten by Knight Specialty Insurance Company. It's a California-based insurer. It's for the total amount, the $175 million.
Which had been knocked down from the higher amount initially.
How do you like those green
Initially,
apples?
he was supposed to post a bond of $464 million. He asked for a reduction or not to have to post it at all. The appeals court said that he could post 175, which is less than half, and he had until Thursday to do it. So he's done it today, signed it today. So this is now posted.
They thought they had the Don, but he posted the bond. Yeah. Hold on. Gotta go. The Motown moves. Yeah. Okay, now I'm back. They thought they had the Don, but he posted the bond. Let's continue.
That is satisfied. So it means that the New York Attorney General's office is not going to move forward to try to seize any of Trump's assets.
Which is very good news for Donald Trump to do this. If he had not been able to post this bond, that meant that the state of New York could start seizing his property.
That's what
now this situation is frozen for the duration, at least, of the appeal to the Appellate Division First Department. Which
Woo, and I bet you LaQuisha James, big cankle having, Godzilla tearing up. I bet you she's furious. I bet you she's sitting out rocking side to side looking at Trump Tower like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. It was supposed to be mine. Yeah. But the Don posted the bond.
Which is a notoriously slow court. So I think this means months of no action in this case against his property. So that's good news.
The whole idea of fairness and transparency and the appellate system of appeal, all the way to Supreme Court, is what allows me as an investor to get on a plane on Wednesday night, fly all around the world to go raise $3.6 billion, tell these investors, as they have for years, trusted America, let me bring that $3.6 billion back here to do a real estate development in...
But not in New York. Not in New York. And I don't know why this chick keep bringing him on, because she know he's going to let her have it. But yeah. So let's see what he says and how she responds.
Data centers. Now, I have removed the slide that had New York in it because
New York don't know how to act. So not only are they letting out criminals and letting in a whole bunch of illegal immigrants, okay? And not only are they doing that, but then they done went full-blown 100% socialist, straight banana republic. And they want people to invest in New York. So my man said, we're investing, getting money for everybody. Well, not you guys, though. Not you stinking New York. LaQuisha, big ankles, that messed around and ruined it for y'all.
right now we don't want to talk about New York risk. Things are still a little funky chicken, as you know, and people don't want to take any risk in New York. And I'm just one investor. But believe me, that deck, everybody running around the world raising money, I'm just one of them, is not talking about New York right now. We're waiting to see how this plays out. Why take New York risk?
Why? Why would anyone want to take that risk? Because right now, start spreading the news. Businesses are leaving today because New York is a Democrat-ran S-hole city, and they're ran by tyrannical socialists with big ankles. There you go.
New York did that to themselves. I didn't do it to them. They did it to themselves.
Yeah. And the voters did it to themselves too. The ones that voted for big ankles.
This money is going to one of 7 other states where we've identified it's safe to deploy $3.6 billion, not New York.
Joining me now is Tristan.
Wait, y'all. All right, we got a fake Republican on, okay, who works for the Mockingbird Media. So he's going to bring on an assassin to try to assure their dwindling audience that this right here, this decision was appalling. How dare they lower this? It's unreal that they would lower it from 455 million down to 175 million. So now let's listen to these two that are in cahoots try to assure their audience that no, we're not supporting tyrannical tactics. No, we're not encouraging this type of attack on Trump. No. Yeah, we're just protecting democracy.
Snell, he's the former Assistant Attorney General for New York, who led the office's investigation into Trump University. He also is the author of the book Taking Down Trump: 12 Rules for Prosecuting Donald Trump.
Wow. So that man wrote a book. Surely he's going to come on here and be very fair and balanced. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He's just going to come over here and say, well, actually, the law does support this. Yeah. But yet the man wrote a whole book, Taking Down Trump. Sounds like LaQuisha Big Cankles, who was out there talking about, well, you elect me, I'm going to be a pain in Trump's butt. So now the man wrote a book, 12 Rules of Taking Down Trump, and they bring him on this network for what? For what? Oh, to help them take down Trump.
By someone who did it successfully. Tristan, thank you very much for joining us. I know you're just pouring through the filing, but what stands out to you and what are you finding?
Well, the only thing that stands out to me is the Don paid the bond. The Don paid the bond. I say the Don paid the bond. That's the only thing that stands out to me. But let's hear Tristan or Christian or whatever his name is.
First off, I'm still trying to get information, just as you are. I really, really hope that that's 175 million and not 175,000.
Yeah, that's right. It's not right.
175 million was already, in my view, way too low.
Did you hear that? Now, why? Why do you hope this? I mean, do you understand the malice in these people? They're evil. They literally hate Trump. I mean, they hate him to the point where they don't even want the laws to apply to him. They want a special process for Trump. They're out there wishing for his doom. Even before any verdicts, nothing. I hope that I'm mad that they lowered it. We want him to not be able to pay his bond so they can, possess all of his riches and his building. We want him flogged. We want him embarrassed. We want him stripped and drug out into the middle of Times Square and whipped. That's what we want. Yeah. No due process for Trump. Make up rules for him. And listen to this evil character.
I think the appeals court botched this badly by allowing him to get off the hook.
Get off the hook. I mean, do you understand? You telling me I got to pay $175 million, but now I'm off the hook. He's off the hook of your persecution and your bootleg prosecution and your crazy, ridiculous bond that was designed to take the man's money and his property. That's the only hook he's off of. He's talking about let him get off the hook. We like our Banana Republic tactics, okay? We don't want nobody interfering with it.
Letting him, be able to post much less and give him more time to do it. As I've said, I think...
While we in New York let criminals post nothing. That's why they're out there punching people in the jaw and pushing people onto the railroad tracks. But yet, the Don needs to pay $455 million for what? Because he's the Don, and he needs to pay the bond, and we have to destroy this man. Yeah, and make sure you go out and buy my book. It talks about destroying Trump, by the way.
I think it's akin to taking a team that was going to lose a basketball game by 40 points and giving them 5 more minutes to play and lowering the hoop from 10 feet down to 6. It shouldn't have happened, and now we see where it gets.
Yeah, you know what shouldn't have happened? He should have never been brought up on these charges when you got a prosecutor who done left evidence all over the internet, premeditatively saying, I'm going to get this dude. I'm going to look into his finances. I'm going to find his money. I'm going to find a crime. You're right. It should have never happened. It should have never happened, considering that the bank is like, Trump was great. We want to do more business with him. It should have never happened. When Judge Algaran, or whatever his name is, the crazy dude in cahoots with Laquifa, sets a ridiculous bail based on how much Trump said he was worth. And they're like, oh, he said he had $500 million. Well, let's go ahead and set the bail for the bond for $455. There you go. Yeah, then this way we can bankrupt him. And yet this fool is getting on here knowing that that's a ridiculous bail bond, knowing it. But he's talking about it should have never happened. It should have remained at $550 million. So he needs a football in the groin too.
That's us.
So just to clarify for everybody, it is $175 million. So where does this take us now in this appeals process? What does it look like? What should we be expecting?
Here comes you see the fake Republican pretending that he's just inquiring. Yeah, they're not teaming up at all. No. He's not trying to go ahead and, set the narrative. Where does this take us now? That's what I want to know. I'm the fake token Republican on this network.
Yeah, look, there was always a chance in this situation that the court would lower the amount that Trump would have to pay. There is also a chance that they could vacate or overturn the judgment entirely.
They should.
I think the odds of that are lower.
I don't.
I think there is an absolute mountain of evidence supporting the finding of fraud.
They all been saying that, but they don't give you the mountain of evidence. Even Laquifa couldn't do that. None of them. But there's a mountain of evidence because our audience is ignorant and they don't know what a mountain of evidence look like if it bit them on the butt. So I'm just going to say there's a mountain of evidence.
In this case, it is possible, and I would say now it looks likely that the appeals court will lower that award down from $464 million down to something that I still hope is going to be north of $175 million. We have to remember something here, Michael. Every dollar that Trump is being asked to pay now is a dollar he shouldn't have been lent to begin with.
Says who? All that money he made with making great deals and paying back all his loans with interest on time. And this fool, Trump shouldn't have never made all of that based on all of his lies he told to get the money. Straight up, I guess, deceived the bank with all those lies. You see this dude, he's supposed to be a professional. He's supposed to be a lawman, y'all, a prosecutor. But he's a propagander, not a prosecutor. So here he is up here talking about all the lies he told to get the money. And I'm thinking, who did he lie to get the money that would have been naive enough to loan him that type of money? I mean, when you're asking for that type of money, nobody's naive. They got checks and balances for naive people in the office. Hey, Frank's a little naive. We better go ahead and double check that because, he'll mess around and underwrite a loan that's, obviously going to go into default. So we better have somebody check him and then have somebody check that person. And so, because we're talking about billions of dollars here. So we want to make sure everybody's checked. That ain't one guy in the basement talking about I'm down here underwriting this loan. Now, you say you have collateral, right? Okay, you know what? That's not important. I trust you. So now this fool's up here lying about Trump lying to get all that money.
And would not have been lent were it not for all of his lies.
How does this play out with other folks out there in the financial markets who are looking at this whole process, given that there are other scenarios in which Trump could be held liable?
Look at this. Trying to paint these folks are disgusting, man. Trying to pretend that he's just asking questions. But what he's trying to do is say, don't do business with Trump. Trump's toxic. I'm just going to go ahead and plant the seed that he got all kind of corrupt dealings and issues, and anybody who wants to even touch Trump, is running a risk. He's a risk. You see this fake dude right here with that open stadium? What's wrong with him? Why is this man hanging on to those on the side right there? Sorry, I just caught that. For some reason, it jumped out at me. But nonetheless, here he is now pretending that he's just, well, how does this weigh in?
How does this $175 million bond, when the judgment was $454 million, get reconciled? What is the rest of this story with respect to the difference between what was awarded and versus what he has to put up for a bond?
Make it up.
Yeah, look, I think anybody who's looking to lend Trump money or underwrite anything for him right now has got to be looking at this and saying, look, what next? It's not a great situation for him.
Oh, well, look, anybody, I want everybody to get the message. Stay away from Trump. He's toxic. Don't help him. Leave him out there on his own. All of that stuff. Obviously, you don't want to mess with him, even though the man just made like $6 billion on his True Social stock. Don't mess with him, though. Right now, everybody should be wanting to mess with him. Everybody should be like, Mr. Trump, you want some more money? Which I had seen what happened with your stock and stuff. We got some great rates right now if you want to go ahead and everybody should be. But here's this guy coming out after the fake Republican pretended that he's just, got some curious. But how does this affect him with his business dealings and people who might want to consider giving him money? Because we want to isolate this guy and make sure that nobody does business with him and try to destroy his whole life.
Overall, and if you have other different loans outstanding with him, how well is he going to be able to actually repay these? I think that ultimately he's not going to win this appeal.
You're hoping, wishful thinking. Okay. Yeah, you're saying he's not going to win an appeal, that if the judges that he appeals to have any common sense, they're going to recognize this was a hit piece on him. They're going to say, now, wait a minute, bring in the victims. Oh, there isn't. Oh, so just the bank is here to testify how great the loan was? So why are we here again? Throw this mess out. That's why they didn't want it to be appealed. That's why they set the bond for $455 million. They wanted to keep it in the corrupt courts.
He might get it lowered, but I don't think he's going to win it. I don't think he's going to win the appeal against E. Jean Carroll. I don't think that's happening. Again, that could get lowered a bit. I don't think it's going to get.
You see? Yeah, Trump's just full of evil. I mean, and all of these things are legitimate, cases, and all of these awards by these fake behind Soros-backed prosecutors and judges and all of that stuff. These are fair verdicts. That's what they are. They're fair verdicts. Yeah, crazy chick gets $85 million. That's normal. After she gets up there and jokes about it. After she looks at Anderson Cooper and says, you know what, Anderson, you're quite fascinating to talk to. And the R word is sexy. That chick, $85 million. And Trump got to be sensitive about saying stuff about her. Now, what the heck is going on up there in New York? And here he is talking about, I don't think he's going to win that. It should have never been brought.
Lowered all the way to zero or anywhere close. So, if you lent money to Donald Trump, and especially given his track record, I think that might not have been the best idea.
Boy, the gaslighting is strong. Only fools would fall for this. If you lent money to Donald Trump like Deutsche Bank and got all their money back with interest based on his track record. Now, that's how simple it is to destroy this liar if he was on a real network. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you let him come into Kevin's corner, I would be like, it's funny that you say that. when you say his track record and nobody should loan him money, the bank that loaned the money wanted to loan him more money. How do you account for that, Mr. Propaganda? And stick the mic right there. There you go. Tell me, why is Trump a risk? But now, the plot thickens. They're about to come up with a whole new term. Y'all ready for this one?
Put that money to some other uses. So like all things,
I'm out here doing my best impression of trying to look like I'm doing some journalistic work, and I'm the Republican on the network. So obviously I'm fair and balanced, and I'm not a rhino. No. So you could trust me. Now this isn't partisan.
with Donald Trump. How long do you think this is going to take? Is there something that we should be looking at being dragged out, or is this something?
Or can we get him before the election? I'm trying to say it nicely, but what I really want to know is, can we stop this man before election? Because see, all of this mess was designed to stop him before November. So, like, kind of tell me, do we got hope or not? You think we're gonna be able to get him before the election? Because see, if he gets in, none of this matters. See, yeah, they all be like, well, it's over, guys. It's over. All right, pack it up. Because we didn't want justice anyway. We wanted to stop him from becoming president.
That could get turned around pretty quickly.
Look at that. That's what they want.
Donald Trump's biggest weapon when he's trying to evade justice, and I talk about this a ton in my book,
is the law. Is that it? Him going through the process that every American should be allotted?
Is delay. Ultimately, a lot of the things that he does. What are all these distractions? The clown car full of lawyers. What is it?
Yeah, that's all illegal. That's all illegal. Yeah, you're not allowed to delay. You're not allowed to go ahead and appeal. You're not allowed to go through. Oh, I'm sorry. Only for Trump. Now, if this guy was representing anybody who was in a situation, don't worry about it. We're going to appeal this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to drag. This is a common practice. But yet now all of a sudden he's trying to make it appear that this is out of the norm. And it's a weapon that is only being used by Trump. That's right. He's invented this weapon. You know that, right? Nobody else in the system has done it. And this isn't even a part of our justice system. Nah, that's not even a part of it. That's not even allowed. This is something Trump has invented with all of his evilness. So now that's a weapon.
What's he trying to do here? He's just trying to throw sand into the gears of justice, try to actually stop it from happening. And then he hopes that this is going to cause other things to break his way. And in the context of the election, he's hoping that it's going to allow him somehow to win and then be able to wave some sort of magic kingly wand and, monarch or dictator his way out of all
Y'all
this.
hear that? Y'all hear that proper? So what you're saying is the opposite. Then what you're really saying is that somehow we want all of these cases to be brought and tried before the election, so we can go ahead and use our tyrannical abilities to go ahead and stop him from becoming president. Somehow we want it all to just go down during an election season. 4 indictments. We want all of that to happen before November. That just randomly, though. Just randomly. It's not like we coordinated this. It's not like it's obvious that all of these are being brought to stop him. But now we're pretending that Trump right now is evading, he's evading justice. He's evading justice. Yeah, he needs to stand trial before that darn election. That's what he needs to do. And trying to go. If he was a real man, he'd come out and stand trial before the election. Show us that he's not guilty. Come on, let's do it, Trump. Come on out here. He's not stupid. Trump knows what you guys are up to. We know what you guys are up to. And y'all are mad because he's using the system to avoid this bootleg prosecution. And here he is trying to make it seem like Trump's evading justice or something.
So I think he is going to try to delay these appeals for as long as he can. But critically, I think the AG's office should be trying to seek expedited review of this case. Because Donald Trump has already been moving money around.
Oh, yeah. Hurry up. Get this dude. Now, I want somebody to go out. Don't even buy his book. But if you find a copy laying around, send it here for me to poop on. There you go. I'll use it for Gizmo to poop on or something like that. Yeah. So now here he is. Like, somebody needs to hurry up and stop this guy. We need the process. What are you judges doing? I thought we had all of you in our back pockets.
He moved $40 million out of the Trump Organization
Y'all ready for this new definition?
to pay private legal costs that he had, a tax bill, plus some of the money that he owes to E. Jean Carroll. And he did that against a court order, in violation and basically in secret, away from the eyes of the court-ordered monitor. So there's already a clear track record here that Donald Trump is the financial equivalent of a flight risk.
You all hear that made-up definition, that term? Donald Trump is the equivalent of a financial flight risk. They'll try anything. They will try anything. All right, I'm about to come up with a clever, catchy phrase here. Try to make a metaphor here so all of our dummies will go, yeah. No wonder they need to gag him and stop him from traveling and all that stuff, because he might leave the country because he's a financial flight risk or something like that. I guess, does that mean that? This guy's an idiot. But yet, somehow he managed to finagle his way into power somewhere. But now Trump's a financial flight risk. And instead of this guy having his face tighten up like he smells something and going, what is that? What are you talking about? He sits there and says this.
He's going to try to make this money disappear. And as a result, the AG's office
show
should
is
say,
funny. You talking about he's a flight risk. Yeah, that dude. You see, cheesing. Football in the groin.
we need to move faster before all of this money is gone.
Before Trump gets in office.
And the right of the people to this money is...
Well, did y'all know that people have a right to your empire just because corrupt DAs and prosecutors and judges want to just take all your stuff? The right of the people, trying to make it seem like it's the people. All the people in New York is like, man, hurry it up. Let's get this thing going so we can get our money for some reason that we didn't earn. Right? Because we have a right to Donald Trump stuff. No, it's not for the people. Stop lying, you idiot, you corrupt politician. It's for big cankles. It's for you guys taking his earnings and spending it on stupid stuff, probably like for your precious illegal immigrants.
Frustrated. Justice is frustrated.
Justice is frustrated. He needs some funny music behind him. This guy said justice is frustrated. No, these fake Marxist Democrats and globalists are frustrated because somehow the Don paid the bond. The Don paid the bond. Yeah, keep giving them the slip. So they're frustrated, not justice.
Tristan, on that point, because he is a financial flight risk in that regard.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't just repeat this. He just accepted that. He's supposed to be intelligent. So now all of a sudden, he just adopted this new definition out of nowhere. Didn't examine it, didn't question it, just accepted it. Well, now that you mention that, because he is a financial flight risk, whatever that is, I was just over there laughing at it like, that's fascinating. And yeah, I laughed at it like it was a joke, because it is a joke. But now all of a sudden, you're taking it serious. Well, that's a good, because it is a financial flight risk. So Donald Trump is a financial flight risk. Interesting. So why didn't he go ahead and bounce instead of coming in there and paying that $175 million?
But he does have these assets out there that we also have talked about over the last couple of weeks. Where does that money come from? What is the collateral, do you think, that's behind this $175 million bond? Because I'm sure, the folks
I'm sure that Trump probably got evil people to help him. I'm sure the Russians probably paid him. Where'd you think he got that money from? Now we probably need to investigate that and follow the rabbit trail. You see these knuckleheads, man? Somebody unleash me. Unleash me on the guy with the open stadium.
Got to attach it to something. So what does that look like?
Look, there have been a lot of reports that underwriters did not want to use his properties as collateral.
What reports? What reports? Or are you just making it up?
We don't know exactly how this is working. It could be the properties. It could be revenue streams from the properties. It could be cash that he has on hand.
There it is, I'm speculating.
My understanding is that he's not allowed to do anything that commits the stock that he has in this new Truth Social public company SPAC, that would actually be against his lockup. He's not allowed to actually get rid of any of that stock for 6 months. And I don't believe that he's allowed to have anything use that as collateral either. It's possible that some other folks who understand that wing of the Trump legal saga would be able to weigh in differently on that. But my understanding is that he cannot encumber that stock. So some combination of all of those things.
We don't know.
We don't know. It's a mystery as to really why anybody.
It's a mystery to you evil folks how the Don paid the bond. The Don paid the bond. It's a mystery to y'all of how evil we are. And somehow this guy has grace. Somehow he has favor. Somehow he has evaded all of our attacks. He's right there in the middle of the field, and we surrounded him, and we're all shooting machine guns. And did you hit him? Did you? I don't know. Did you? I thought I hit him. Well, he's still moving. I don't know. Why can't we hit this guy and stop him? That's what he's mad about. So he's speculating. I thought there's rumors, or there's some things out there that the people said that, and you know what? Really, it comes down to this. We're hating on him. Yeah, we're upset that the Don paid the bond.
Given the human wreckage that he has created, all of the vendors and business partners that he screwed over, the people that he ruined by going into bankruptcy as well, you'd think that people would think twice.
Yeah, he's the first person that ever did that. First company that ever went into bankruptcy and had to tell the employees, I'm sorry, we went belly up. Good luck. I mean, heck, I was terminated because a company was struggling financially. Yeah, you think they sit back and say, well, you know what, let's all spend the rest of our money that we've earned in our savings, then distribute it amongst the employees instead of going bankrupt and, cashing in our chips. Thank you. All of the compliments and everything. I even saw somebody earlier say somebody's mom got a crush on me. You tell mama I said what's happening. You tell her I said, oh, let me give her there you go, mom. Winky wink to mom. Now, let's finish with this corrupt man, and then we're going to close with some good news.
Just before lending him or underwriting him a nickel, but
it's a brand new Wall Street Journal poll shows former President Donald Trump is leading President Biden in all but one of the key swing states.
Mark Meredith is at the White House with a look at the numbers. Hey, Mark.
Ainsley, Steve, Brian, and Lawrence, good morning, friends. We are roughly 7 months out until the presidential election, and there is some new polling that shows former President Trump is leading President Biden in 6 of these 7 swing states. Let me give you an idea of what we're talking about. The Wall Street Journal taking a look at these different samples. In Pennsylvania, for instance, you've got Trump leading by 3 points. The state Trump won in 2016 but lost 4 years later. In Georgia, Trump only ahead by 1 point. We've seen both candidates hit the state within the last month. Nevada, Democrats have relied on it in recent elections. Trump now leading by 4 points. Wisconsin, though, one swing state where Trump is not leading but simply tied with Biden. On Tuesday, Wisconsin held its primary. Both Trump and Biden, of course, won easily, but it is notable some 47,000 people chose to vote uninstructed, essentially a protest vote against President Biden. Also in the Badger State, we saw former President Trump in Green Bay overnight, where he went on the attack against President Biden's immigration policies. He also challenged the current commander-in-chief to an early debate.
Biden, tink, 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 come out and play. You thought you wouldn't have to come out and fight, creepy. Y'all gonna make me president again, right? You're gonna stop them, right? Because we put together the most comprehensive voter fraud program the first time to get me in. But now you guys are gonna stop him by fake prosecutions and persecutions and taking his money and stuff and getting him off the ballot. What? That didn't work? So now I gotta fight? You know I can't fight. That's what they gotta do now. They gotta send out their champion to fight a fair fight. And hopefully they don't get a hold to no fake ballots all of a sudden and all that crap. So now it looks like Biden is getting called out.
I stand before you today to declare that Joe Biden's border a bloodbath, and that's what it is. It's a bloodbath. We have an empty podium right here to my right. You know what that is? That's for Joe Biden. I'm trying to get him to debate.
Yeah, Joe.
I'm calling on Crooked Joe to debate anytime, any place.
Now,
you know that dude right there ain't coming out. Coming out with those zombie mummy hands, head leaning first. Don't know, wait, which way, where's the stage? Where am I debating right here? Did they send me the questions? All right, where's my notes? I don't get those in the debate. Well, how am I supposed to do this? That guy, he's not debating nobody. So, yeah, I wonder if he's going to meet the challenge.
The former president has made these kind of comments before, and the Biden campaign in the past has kind of brushed him off as a stunt. We've reached out to see if they have any new reaction to Trump's comments overnight. The Biden campaign is also ready to pivot to another important issue, abortion. They've got new ads.
There you go. Go back to the gravy, y'all, because see, remember, that's one of the most important issues in our society. All that other stuff we watched earlier in my show, now it's all trumped by the overwhelming need for abortions. Now, abortion should only impact somebody if it's relative to that person. I would be amazed if people who don't need or want an abortion right now is thinking about the future of maybe I should protect this because I might want to get an abortion one day. I might need an abortion. Who knows? But right now I can't pay my rent and my car is about to get repossessed. But who knows? Just in case I need an abortion later. So who are these people that are that adamant about getting abortions? How about you just go to another state? But that's all the Democrats got. Women's rights, women productive reproduction, and all that stuff in the LGBT.
Battleground states on that issue. And guys, just yesterday, former President Trump said he's going to talk about it next week. So an indication that issue will be in the spotlight within a matter of days.
Well. The fight begins. Now we done got all the way up here, leading to the fight right now. Hopefully, man, it's a fair fight because it hasn't been so far. They've been trying to rig this mess since they rigged the election. I mean, they started rigging this soon as they installed Joe. When Trump got on Marine One, they were already plotting. When he left the White House, they're like, okay, he's not done. We wanted him destroyed. That last raggedy impeachment didn't work. And you know he's going to come back because he knows we cheated him. He knows it. And the people know too. See, so how are we going to stop this man? Yeah, let's start plotting right now. And it ain't working. Because the Don paid the bond. Yeah, man. And I'm glad about it. So God bless y'all. God bless America. I love it when it all backfires on these evil, corrupt people. And you see them whining and wiggling and trying to come up with new narratives, new lies, new propaganda, all of that crap. Gaslighting us. So glad we're not falling for it. But I tell you what, though, YouTube don't want other people to see this. They want everybody else to fall for it. That's why they suppressing my channel. And y'all can help by sharing my videos, by hitting that like button, by letting everybody know, man, you need to check out this dude named Kev from Kevin's Corner. You know, you'll learn something and have fun doing it. So please spread the word. Check out my corner store. Don't forget, text MAGA to this number on the screen. And if you want to support the channel through my monthly fundraiser link, it's right down below. Other than that, please follow me on all of the social media platforms that are listed in my About section. And we will, if I don't come back tomorrow, because I'm going to be traveling tomorrow, so I probably won't do a live show tomorrow. But over the weekend, I'm going to try to gather some footage on location while I'm down in Cincinnati. Get some people's reaction, put together a montage of how people are feeling about the current political climate, and put something together real nice for you guys. All right. So God bless y'all. Have a great weekend. And we'll see y'all next time in Kevin's Corner. Let's bounce, baby, bounce, baby, bounce, 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 baby. When I come through. And I'm going to be as safe as I can. Be as safe as I can. I know you see the apes. I know you see the women tear up the place. Yeah. See y'all next time. Kevin's Corner. Take care.